Hello students, in this module I'll be talking about three phenomena, namely parthenocarpy, apomixis and polyembryony. Look, listen and learn. So let us see what is parthenocarpy. Now we all know that fruits are formed after fertilization. You just saw in the previous module. But in some plants, a fruit develops without fertilization. And when a fruit develops without fertilization, the phenomena is called as parthenocarpy. Let us see the best example of a parthenocarpic fruit. Right behind me, you have a parthenocarpic fruit, which we all know is the banana. If you remember, or if you've ever seen a banana, you know that banana has no seeds. Is it okay? Because you can also call parthenocarpic fruits as seedless fruits. Does that make sense? Now, one more example of parthenocarpy would be grapes. Is that okay? But wait, grapes did have seeds, yes? So they say that parthenocarpic fruits are without seeds. But if you know that a seed formation can take place, then initially we can also induce parthenocarpy by application of certain growth hormones, for example, gibberellins. So when the time was right, and if you provided the grape plant with gibberellins, you will produce these beautiful seedless grapes. Okay? So either parthenocarpy is a natural phenomena, as in case of banana, or you can also induce parthenocarpy by gibberellins and produce seedless varieties of grapes, seedless varieties of watermelon, and many such fruits. Does that make sense? So remember, parthenocarpy is nothing but seedless fruits, yes, or parthenocarpy is development of fruit without fertilization. Now let us see what is this next definition called as apomixis. Now remember, seeds are also produced after fertilization. But in some plants, like the family Asteraceae, it is observed that seeds are developed without fertilization. So if seeds are developed without fertilization, the phenomena is called as apomixis. And such seeds are called as apomictic seeds. Does that make sense? You will find them in many members of Asteraceae. You will also find apomixis in grasses. Does that make sense? Some grasses also show apomixis. Now they say that apomixis actually is a type of asexual reproduction, because it says it, apomixis, without mixing of the gametes. But they say it mimics sexual reproduction. Let us see what does that mean. So they say in apomixis there is a formation of a diploid egg cell. Now remember, if egg cell is diploid, which means it was formed without meiosis, because we know that meiosis has to turn a gamete haploid. But in apomixis, what you have seen is that the egg cell itself is diploid. So if it itself is diploid, it does not need to get fertilized, and it can directly develop into an embryo. So these seeds that are formed without fertilization are called as apomictic seeds, and the phenomena is called as apomixis. Now let us understand a third phenomena called as polyembryony. Look what you see behind me. Beautiful oranges, right? And these oranges belong to the group called as citrus. Is that okay? Now what happens in citrus? Let us observe and let us understand. Now in citrus, they say that some nucellar cells, remember nucellus? The cells around the embryo sac? The nucellar cells near the embryo sac also start dividing, and then they start protruding inside the embryo sac and start developing into an embryo. So remember, there was already an original embryo. Now some nucellar cells are also dividing, entering the embryo sac and making into embryos. Does that make sense? So such an embryo sac will now contain many embryos. And because there are many embryos in one embryo sac, the phenomena is called as polyembryony. And polyembryony is especially seen in members of citrus. Is that okay? So we have covered three phenomena in this module, namely parthenocarpy, apomixis, and polyembryony. In the next module, we will see what is the advantages of apomixis. Till then, thank you and take care.